So, hi, I'm Silver Neko. For those of you that are not familiar with Japanese, Neko means cat. I'm very fond of cats, so I started this mostly because I wanted to talk about what's going on in the world today and how I got into the precious metals market. And it's actually quite simple. There were a couple of events that took place in 2013 that really rocked my world, if you want to call it that. It rocked my confidence in how the government does what it does, how the world has been operating, and just really fundamental core stuff that was just totally what the hell is going on. So the two events were the bombing in, quote unquote, bombing in Boston, and the nature by which our military and police and government officials went about dealing with the situation. And I thought it was just so striking, so absolutely astonishing how militarized the entire complex was, how they could just jump in and literally roll into your house, kick you out, trying to look for a so-called terrorist. And it basically means that nothing is sacred anymore. Nothing. They can just come in, take your stuff, kick you out, go through all of your stuff. You know, the Constitution seems to have zero value these days. All right. Then the second incident that really struck home and caught my attention was the situation in Cyprus. Now, when the government, when the EU decided, okay, we're not going to play this bailout game anymore, we're just going to allow Cyprus, the Cypriot government, to take over and take people's money, it was like, are you serious? Really? You're just gonna take people's money just like that? Hard-earned cash, pensions of elderly, young people, everybody. You're just gonna take their money just like that. I was astonished. I can't even explain how flabbergasted I was that the government could just up and do something like that. You would think that they're there to enforce laws, certainly, but always in the people's interest. And those two incidents really told me that the way the world is fundamentally operating is not in the interest of people. It's really very fundamentally selfish, really, and greedy at that. So I had to take a look at how I was in my personal life and in how I was securing my personal interests. And as is the case when you start doing research and you're inspired to do a number of things, I ended up on silver somehow. So, and there's plenty of people in the what would be the silver community that really got me on the path to understanding what it was, what money is, what that means in a wider context. And I should preface that I do have a bit of a financial background, so it is rather astonishing that you don't learn a fair amount of this stuff in school or in practical terms unless that's your particular trade. So to learn all of this stuff and actually understand the broader context and meaning of what's going on, I said to myself, I don't know how the average person could possibly understand what the heck is going on here. It's so complex. So that's what got me on the path to working with silver. And the coins you see before you are 2014 coins, and I thought it was particularly appropriate given this particular video is going to be coming out just on the brink of 2014, and it's really a huge year. I think is going to be coming for not only the precious metals market, but for really final decisions and the pathway by which the economy is going to make to some extent, a decision about what it wants to do. The powers that be it the governments, be it the elite, whoever it is, there's going to be something coming to head in 2014. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that's going to look like. I just don't want to get caught in the back blow. I don't want to get that thrown in my face. And I don't want to get caught unawares and be in a situation where all of my money is in say a 401k, or say, invested in whatever it is in my portfolio. I don't want to get hit with that. And I don't think anybody in their right mind should be investing in the market at this particular point. It's overvalued, it's overpriced. The housing market is overpriced. Everything is particularly overpriced right now, with the exception of precious metals. And if you follow the old adage, buy low, sell high, it seems particularly poignant right now. It's particularly relevant. It's something that we all need to consider and look at with real, a real perspective for what that's going to look like for the next 12 months. So that said, that's essentially my background and how I got into the silver market. I just basically went forth and educated myself, and that's my suggestion to anybody that wants to do something like this, or perhaps you're not prepared to get into the silver or gold market, and you're totally entitled to your opinion and your perspective, of course. But at the same time, I think it's important that everybody educate themselves on what money is, what that looks like, in terms of how governments use money, how people use your money, and how you use your money effectively. Getting yourself out of debt. Debt is the burden of society. It really is. If you go forth and educate yourself on those things and transform your perspective on how you view your particular wealth situation, your particular point of view, that's the most powerful place that you can come from. You're coming at it from a knowledge perspective. You're coming at it from I'm doing something about this from my particular situation. And at the end of the day, that's all you really need. It allows you to open up your mind and be free in a way that nobody can actually take from you. So my thought on 2014, never mind, sorry, my heat's coming up. It's kind of cold. My thought for 2014 is to go forth and get knowledge, get educated. And then once you have that, take action on it. Don't just sit there and say, oh, I know how this works. I know how that works. I know what to do. And then you don't do anything. What value is there in that? So that's essentially my suggestion, my point of view, my humble opinion. And I wish you all well. This is the first video, of course. And 2014 is going to be a really amazing year. And I wish everyone that watches this video and all the folks out there well for 2014. My hope is that it's going to be an amazing year. And the best advice I could give you at this point of the game, get educated, get prepared, get ready. Honestly, this is not going to be an easy set of circumstances that is going to come and really slap everybody in the face. So best wishes for amazing 2014, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.